The television broadcasting industry nearly 25 years ago was first to use magnetic tape for video recording. In the past few years, a totally new video industry has been formed and developed around the world. My name is Eicher. I'm Vice President and General Manager of Magnetic Video Corporation Commercial Products Division. The growth of the half-inch video cassette industry in the United States and around the world has been phenomenal. Old-timers in this new business are pleased with the profits, and newcomers are finding it easy to get into the business, to get their feet wet, and ride that big wave, because the future of our industry looks great. The very product that makes recording possible, namely magnetic tape, is a mystery to most everyone who uses it. It's in a plastic case. You can't touch it. We never see it unless it jams up in our VCR, and then only we see a small amount of it. It's also a fact that many people in our industry who sell video cassettes and use video cassettes have never seen how magnetic tape is made, or where it's made, and the care and feeding that goes into making this unique and amazing instrument of communication. This presentation is an effort to follow the development and birth of magnetic tape, and then take a look at the life of the cassette and how it's used and who's using it. But before we take a look at the presentation, I'd like to thank the many members of ITA who have contributed information both visually and in written form. You may be surprised to know that most of the material that you will see in this presentation came in the form of 3/4 U and half-inch video cassette. The young lady sitting next to me, her name is Lynn Castleman. She is a producer and computer editor here at Magnetic Video Corporation. I think she's done an excellent and outstanding job in putting together a presentation, both selecting the music and the visual information that you're about to see. Members of the ITA who contributed to this presentation are Sony, TDK, 3M, AGFA, Memorex, Video Corporation of America, Columbia, Maxell, Group W, Bell & Howell, US Video, Ampex, DuPont, and Magnetic Video Corporation. A new industry like ours certainly has an exciting future, and this future is being formed by the ITA. Many new manufacturing locations are becoming birthplaces for creating magnetic tape. A total of 14 manufacturing facilities are presently operational and/or under construction around the world. These manufacturing plants are the lifeline or umbilical cord to the growth of our industry. Well, how does the magnetic tape creation begin? The manufacturing process starts here in the laboratory with various chemicals and magnetic particles, compounds and oxides. Recent developments in tape technology have made vast improvements in preparing and processing various elements used in the base materials. The binders and lubricants have to be constantly checked. Clean room conditions are essential in assuring the quality of product. Base film is carried to the next staging operation where it will be coated with magnetic paint. Here, the base film is coated. In this tunnel, the magnetic paint and base film are dried. After drying, the tape is placed on bulk rolls and stored. Unlike barrels of vintage wine waiting to be aged, magnetic tape is immediately ready to be used. But it must be slit. The slitting operation of videocassette tape is a rare sight to behold, even for people in the tape manufacturing industry. Well, now that the magnetic tape is slit, we have to get it from pancakes into the cassette plastics. The engineering and tooling of videocassette plastics is a major feat in itself. Here is an exploded view of a videocassette with magnetic tape in its path. A precision molded case with polished and lubricated guides to assure quality of operation. In 1980, our manufacturers of magnetic tape produced approximately 65 million videocassettes worldwide and 18 million for the U.S. market. In 1981, an estimated 110 million videocassettes will be placed around the world, with 25 to 28 million in the United States. 75% of the videocassettes used in the United States will end up in the hands of the consumer as blank tape for off-air recordings. The balance of 25% will be used for pre-recorded programs of all types, with the major source of software coming from the motion picture industry. Most cassettes will start out their life on the shelf of a retail store to be purchased as blank tape. Then into the home of a VCR owner for off-air recording. There it will have a long life of use. Manufacturers state that 500 plays and/or recordings are in easy reach of the tape's ability to perform properly. Let's take a look at what happens at many major duplication centers in regard to the handling of and bringing life to the videocassette. Naturally, there are many tape lengths available to the duplicators: 10-minute, 15, 20, 30, 45, 90, 107, 121, 150, and beyond. The various lengths are prepared to accommodate not only the home entertainment market, but the business, educational, and industrial markets. For example, organizations with video networks like Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company. Ford, IBM, John Deere, Chrysler, General Motors, Kelly Services, Burroughs Corporation, Coors, and hundreds more. Major duplicators have relied on the industrial video networks for a major source of business since 1973. In 1978, duplication of pre-recorded movies from the motion picture studios became a big business and a new source of business for the duplicators. Duplicators have made big investments in buildings and equipment, not to mention key operating personnel. Videocassettes come to a duplicator in bulk form, not individually wrapped or enclosed in the cardboard or plastic box as you would purchase in the store. What you see here is typical of a major duplicator's recording center. The number of slaves will range from 300 to 1,300 recording devices at any of the duplicating facilities. To assure quality in recording, highly qualified technicians maintain each slave on a daily basis. At various times of the year, especially in the last 4 months, duplicating facilities will be running around the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is the time of year when the tape manufacturers hope and pray that they have estimated the right amount of tapes to be manufactured for the whole year. And the duplicators hope that they have enough duplicating devices to meet duplication orders. After a tape is recorded, each cassette is taken into the quality control room and visually checked for dropouts, tracking error, and stability. The duplicator has now added some life to the cassette. It is recorded. It now has a purpose: to entertain, motivate, educate, and inform, and it can be used over and over again. Each pre-recorded videocassette program is visually inspected before being labeled and shrink-wrapped. Since this is a new industry, all kinds of new opportunities come your way for making a buck. If business slows down, you can always label and shrink-wrap pizzas. Who buys these video cassettes? Research tells us that pre-recorded video cassettes will arrive in the home with a VCR where 75% of its owners are married. They have attended or graduated from college and have an annual income of $25,000 plus. 65% of the purchasers of pre-recorded video cassettes are ranging in age from 24 to 44 years of age, who in turn have a professional or managerial occupation. Notice the credit card. Research also tells us that 60% of the videocassettes sold as blank tape will be purchased at the store where they bought their VCR. Reports also indicate that many VCR owners will purchase 4 to 6 blank tapes at a time. It is believed that a total of 12 blank tapes will be an average purchase for the VCR owner this year. 70% of the videocassettes recorded by the VCR owner will be earmarked for preservation. We're not talking about video freaks here who have hundreds of tapes recorded and preserved. We're talking about average VCR owners. Videocassettes are becoming as common in the home as 33 1/3 LP records and audio cassettes. If current 1981 VCR unit sales figures are any indication of strong consumer interest, we're going to see 1,200,000 VCR sales this year. A lot of tape is going to be purchased, rented, recorded, and viewed. If these trends continue, we all have an excellent opportunity to build the future of this great industry in magnetic electronics.